Hi, my name is Josiah and today we're going to talk about CBD. Now more and more people are taking CBD each and every day, but are they taking it correctly? This video tries to answer some questions that people maybe want to consider before trying out CBD. Now, when it comes to medications, there's a ton of knowledge out there about how to properly take them, but when it comes to health supplements like CBD, it can be a little more complicated due to limited research, and we're going to do our very best to try and provide accurate information that we can based on the data that we have. Well, let's start with safety and side effects. CBD has a favorable safety profile, which basically means it's safe to use and will not be toxic in larger quantities. In fact, the World Health Organization even commented on the safety of CBD. The World Health Organization, for those of you who are wondering, is an international organization, kind of like the US's FDA, who looks after public health concerns. Now, the World Health Organization released a report in June 2018 stating that CBD is safe, non-habit forming, and non-addictive. After studying its use in animals and humans, the conclusion is that there were practically no safety concerns. They also stated that CBD is well tolerated and has a very good safety profile rating. Now, there's no evidence of any public health or safety issues related to CBD use, according to this report. They also stated that no conversion of CBD to THC, the component that makes people feel high, occurs in humans who've received an oral dose. They cited several studies where oral CBD administration resulted in no circulating THC in participants. Reviews of toxicology studies also showed no significant issues. Now, the NIH, or National Institutes of Health, released a comprehensive review of clinical data and relevant animal studies related to CBD. Now, the NIH reported that most studies were performed for the treatment of epilepsy and psychotic disorders. Primary reported side effects included tiredness, diarrhea, loss in appetite, or loss in weight. Like other medications, another side effect that some people may experience is an upset stomach. But compared to other drugs, these side effects are relatively mild when we're talking about CBD. Alright, well, what about the different forms of CBD? CBD can come in a variety of forms. These include oils, tinctures, concentrates, capsules, chews, creams, salves, chewing gums, vape oil, suppositories, crystals, dabs, sprays, and even beauty products such as sleeping masks, CBD-infused mascara, and lip balms. It seems like pretty much anything you can think of, someone has tried putting CBD in it. Now, the forms that you would typically see, though, are oils, capsules, chews, and topicals, such as salves and creams. So let's talk about a few correct ways to try out these various dosage forms. First, probably the most common is oil. Oils typically come in dropper bottles and are meant to be applied sublingually. Now, sublingual just means under the tongue. The drop should be placed under the tongue and held there for about 30 seconds to a minute to allow it time to absorb, and then swallowed. Now, this is preferred to directly swallowing the oil because it's better absorbed into the bloodstream through the sublingual glands in the mouth. If the oil is swallowed, it will go through the digestive system, and CBD might get broken down before being absorbed, thus losing some of its effectiveness. Some of the oils are flavored, which makes it more tolerable to take. However, other oils have the natural flavor, which may not be favorable to everybody. Now, I would recommend, if that sounds like you, just have a drink such as juice or soda ready to take after the oil to help you kind of get rid of that taste. Alright, now the second form we're going to talk about is capsules. Capsules are probably one of the easiest forms of CBD to take. Now, I say that because you can add them to your daily medication or vitamin supplements that you already have. So the capsules come in a variety of doses. So how many and how often you take them each day does vary. Usually you'll see 10 mg to 30 mg doses. Depending on what dose you want, you could take the capsules once daily, twice daily, or even 3 times daily. Although capsules allow you to keep track of your dosage easier, it is harder to adjust your doses with more flexibility. Just like you would with other capsules, you swallow the CBD capsules by mouth with at least 8 ounces of water. Alright, third, chews. chews are similar to gummy vitamins. They usually provide smaller amounts of CBD than capsules or oils, but their tolerability in terms of flavor makes them a favorite of a lot of folks. Now, chews may contain additional vitamins in them as well, and like the capsules, depending on the dose you want, you could take them once, twice, daily, or more. You should chew it and then swallow it, just like you would with any other gummy product. Alright, now topicals. Salves and creams are different types of topical forms. Salves are similar to an ointment that may be used to help protect the skin. Creams are more like lotion products. The difference is that ointments are more oil-based and therefore stickier, whereas creams have a water base and are able to be spread easier. Because of this, ointments are typically for smaller parts of the body and creams are for larger parts of the body. Topicals have a more direct effect on skin and joints compared to the whole body and should be applied directly to the affected area. So let's talk about dosage. The correct dosage for anyone depends on their height, weight, genetics, age, and further factors such as medications or supplements that this person may be taking. Therefore, finding the dose that works for you involves testing yourself to see what works best. Generally speaking, it's always best to start low and go slow. This means starting with the lowest dose and steadily increasing it every week, 2 weeks, or every month, depending on what you're comfortable with. Regarding CBD, the dose is not set in stone. Dosages vary from study to study, and the correct dose may depend on what you're using the CBD to help you with. So according to the comprehensive review that I mentioned earlier, chronic use and doses up to 1,500 mg per day have been repeatedly shown to be well tolerated by humans. The review also mentioned that in a clinical study in a small group of children was being treated for epilepsy, they used a 5 mg per kilogram of weight starting dose and raised it to a maximum of 25 mg per kilogram. Now, for those of you not familiar with the metric system, a kilogram is roughly 2.2 pounds. Another clinical study in a larger group of children and young adults with epilepsy utilized a dose of 200 mg per kilogram daily. However, sometimes children may metabolize or break down drugs faster than adults, so as an adult you may need to use a smaller dose. As for how often you should take CBD each day, that again would depend on your daily dose. If you're taking larger doses of CBD, it's probably best to split the dose into 2 or 3 separate doses per day. So for example, if you want to take 600 mg daily, you could split it up into 300 mg twice a day or 200 mg 3 times a day. This would allow for a more consistent absorption of CBD throughout the day. Whereas if you take one large dose at one time, you may not get the same effect throughout the entire day. This could also depend on what you feel like when you take CBD. You may only want to take it at night to help you relax and get to sleep, so in that case, 1 dose per day would be appropriate. Basically, it depends on what you're using it for and how you tolerate CBD. If you need help figuring out dosage, feel free to talk to a healthcare professional and they can guide you in the right direction. Now, what about CBD and alcohol? There's still a lot to figure out about the combination of CBD and alcohol. Interestingly enough, though, in a study recently, they found that CBD and alcohol resulted in lower blood levels of alcohol than alcohol by itself. However, the effects of both were the same as alcohol alone. Therefore, it's probably okay to have alcohol when you're taking CBD, but with everything, you should use moderation. If you're taking other medications or supplements and you would like to use alcohol with CBD, it's best to talk about a healthcare professional to see if alcohol consumption is even appropriate. Now, you've probably seen companies put CBD in coffee, which contains caffeine. So what about CBD and caffeine? Well, as you already know, caffeine speeds you up and CBD has the potential to slow you down. So combining the two may result in them canceling each other out. However, this is only likely with high doses of CBD. Although combining the two appears to be safe, more research is needed in terms of CBD and caffeine to have a more definitive result. So, in conclusion, it's important to educate yourself on all medications and supplements that you take. Knowing how to take them properly and any possible interactions and side effects allows you to keep an eye on any concerns that might arise. Taking charge of your health and being informed about products like CBD allows you to be proactive about your health and will help you have less complications in the future. All that being said, CBD appears to be safe across the board, and more research is supporting those who are claiming about the health benefits of CBD. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and feel free to leave me a comment about how CBD may have helped you in your own life. My name is Josiah, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.